Are we on? Let's see. Good evening all, if you can hear me. Farmer Pete. Let me see. Flying solo, yep. Unsupervised yet again. Oh, we are on. Heather, I wasn't sure if we get signal in here. Great. Fingers crossed it stays. Thanks for joining us. And lots of you have been asking. Farmer Pete here, just in case you didn't know. Farmer Ben's still not with us. Still a bit poorly. But he's doing fine. Thank you for everybody who's been sending your best wishes to him. I'm sure he'll probably be watching us, and he may even butt in the comments. Lots of you have been asking about baby Miracle, our little goat. I'm just trying to set this up. I'm on my own, so and she's about to get her bought. So I thought I would try and do this. Bear with me. Bear with me. Let's see. She's quite hungry. There she is. Can you see her? At feeding time, she always goes to mum first before she comes looking for her bot. Come on. There we are. There's a girl. I don't know when the last time it was that you would have seen her getting fed. But she was out last night for our friends to see at our late night shopping. Thanks for everybody who joined us last night. And they both stay in here. We're in the workshop. You can probably see all the clutter up above on the shelf. But it's nice. It's not warm in here. Oh. Come on. Because you can't really see it. There's the girl. Because she can't see where the teat is, she's blind. You have to sometimes just put it back into her mouth again. But as I say, it's not warm in here. It's nice and cool. She's got her heat lamp there, and they're very comfortable in here. But the longer we keep her in here, the more the bedding starts to fill up. And today, when I came in at one stage, I heard all the commotion, and Hope, her mum, had jumped out. She was running about, but she was in distress, and so was Baby. So all I needed to do was open this door, and she jumped straight back in again. So she knew where she wanted to be. Come on, then. There's the girl. So she's getting fed about 4 times a day now. Unfortunately, one of those is a midnight, during the night feed, as we were telling our friends last night. About every 6 hours. And it's just too long to go overnight now. You know, if she's getting fed now, it's a long time to the morning, so she'll get a feed at 2 or 3 o'clock tomorrow morning. Come on, baby. Have you had enough? Sometimes she gets a wee bit of milk spilt in the side of her face, and Hope, her mum, will come up and lick it off. She finds it quite tasty as well. Thanks for all the I think I can see the comments coming through, but I can't read them just now. But we'll catch up with them. Come on, then. So she's still using this wee tiny teat, which we can buy from our local agricultural suppliers. But unfortunately, it doesn't come with a bottle, so you have to just, all we're using is a Highland Spring bottle. So a big shout out to the Highland Spring. That's kind of Scottish, real Scottish bottled water. That's kind of the preferred favourite. And we're not getting paid to say this, but it just so happens the bottle fits the teat. Have you had enough? I mean, she... Come on, see everybody. It's alright, Mum. We're not taking her away. Once she gets fed, her tummy gets fair big. You can see all that milk goes straight into her wee tiny tummy and kind of swells her up a bit. So that's her. She'll not drink anymore. That's about all she'll take. So it was up to about there. So she's quite happy. Mum's more than happy. and she's doing really well. Couldn't be more pleased with her. As soon as we take her off our feed during the night, we'll be able to move her up to the polytunnel or up to one of the stables. It's just if we're coming to feed her during the night, it's a long way to go rather than just popping out to the workshop, which makes it quite simple. And they're more than comfortable. They're quite happy in here, aren't you? And lots of you have been asking, have we got any baby miracle teddies yet? We're working on it. But just with the coming up the Christmas rush, all the manufacturers and ourselves are quite busy. So hopefully after Christmas we'll be able to concentrate and get you a plush teddy of Miracle. If you do take her out, Mum gets kind of upset, so she's kind of getting a wee bit anxious, so we'll not take her too far away. You say never know with everybody. It's alright, Mum. It's alright. I'm not taking her away. Just letting everybody see her. There you are. There you go. So there you go. She's about doubled in size, as we were telling everybody last night, since she was born. Kind of when she was born, you could set her in her hand. That's her 4 weeks today, for those of you who have been following her. So there you go. And let's see, we'll just close this door. There we go. I don't want to move too fast in case we lose signal. So, out the back here, my foot's asleep now. So who's joining us tonight? Mary Beth, good evening. She loves hearing Miracle's little bleat. Janet, waiting for teddies and calendar here in Florida. Janet, the good news on that front, I don't know if you caught our last live, when was it? Wednesday night. And we were telling you the parcels left last Friday. Here's the girls and the boys. Look at them tonight. Check Winston out. I've been eagerly awaiting being able to use this this new red coat that one of our lovely friends sent for them. And I think you'll have seen the blue coat before as well. I think Pumpkin was wearing it a few weeks ago. Let's fix your jacket. This one's just a wee bit too big yet, but it's rocking cool, isn't it? This is the coat that Pumpkin used to wear. But look how tight it is on Winston now. That's how much they've grown. What are you saying? Eh? Are you very proud of your new coat? Doesn't he look cool? Change of colours tonight. I don't think we're going to get much more use out of Winston's coat. Anyway, the calendars, yes, 2 boxes. They left here last Friday with DHL. You may have seen the post. And we got word from Morgan, our associate, our friend in Georgia, that only 3 boxes left, only 2 boxes had arrived. So we went on to the DHL tracking and were able to track them, thankfully, yesterday. All the boxes had arrived in Miami, all 3, and then they decided to send one back to Brussels. So it flew all the way back over the Atlantic to Brussels and stayed there for a couple of days. But Morgan was on the email or FaceTime, I think, to Farmer Ben earlier, saying that she had an email saying the 3rd box is getting delivered today. So she will have all 3 boxes, hopefully, by now. So they will start winging their way across the United States, which is great. So they should be with you, anytime soon, hopefully. I don't know how good the US Postal Service is. But we'll get back to that. You'll wonder why the donks are down here. This is part of our Christmas experience tomorrow. So they've moved into their posh new hotel for the night. And for all our Dalscone midwives who are watching via the Twitch feed, they'll be back up tomorrow night, so do not worry. they'll be back for you to keep an eye on over the rest of the weekend. But we've got lots of friends coming to see us tomorrow. I'm very anxious to see them both. And this is all part of the experience we offer tomorrow. I was going to tell you, we have got our plush teddies back in stock. I had them set up here and somebody has decided to ruin them. Right, who have we got? That's Eeyore. That should be there. That's Eeyore. That should be there. So, you'll not have seen these two yet. This is our plush Eeyore. There you are. All thanks to Helen from Little Bo Keep. What are you doing? So these are new, and they will be available on our website tomorrow. Our pumpkins. There he is. I'm holding him by the ear. Shouldn't do that. Our tiny pumpkins and Winston, that are winging their way all around the world for you all, are back in stock as well. We have got some of these on the website tonight, but unfortunately it's just for UK delivery only. We've got calendars back on our website as well, and there's been a few of you. We did say it was only UK calendars to the United States. Unfortunately, we can't send the teddies just to the logistics and customs, etc. So if you do fancy a calendar, I know lots of you have been asking, and we've got more stock in today. Thank you to Tracy from TK Print for getting those done for us. They are on the website, or indeed if you're here in the UK, we can pop them in an envelope and send them off. Lots more in stock now. See, Pumpkin, he's getting a wee, I've noticed it. See here, it's, what do you call it? Kind of cow's lip. Stop it. Cow's lick there. Just, he's got one of those kind of, is that a forelock they call that? You know, where the hair comes out? But this bit's kind of went crazy. You're going to have to get some, you see it there? For some reason. Yeah, I digress. So, our other friends in other parts of the world, Australia, New Zealand, your parcels all left, I think it was last Friday or Saturday. Am I right in saying that? And we got an email from Australia today. Somebody still hadn't received theirs. I don't know how long it takes them to get there, but hopefully they're on their way. We had a couple off to France. I know they have been delivered down to Linda in France. She said she received hers. So, yeah, that's all I can tell you. New Zealand and Canada, Australia, they've left. They are in transit, and we're excited for hearing about the first ones getting delivered. So we're looking forward to that. Please, if you get it delivered, let us know ASAP. Exciting for us to think that some of our merchandise are heading all around the world. I think most of the UK ones will have been delivered by now. We've had lots of messages saying they've arrived. Your teddies, calendars and Christmas decorations. Unfortunately, the Christmas decorations, they're all finished as well. Winston, stop it. Stop it. But the calendars is not a problem now. We've got good stock. There's a good picture, isn't it? If somebody can screenshot that one. Any cool in is red. What else was I going to say? Aye, right. Stop it. This is actually... Stop it. Stop it. I actually took this from an order that has to go out tomorrow. So sorry about that. This is actually the one that has been eaten by Winston. You're a naughty boy, aren't you? That is for somebody. So apologies for that. I don't think he's made any lasting damage to it, but if you want that particular one, that is not a problem. I'm not sure. I just brought it through from the shop tonight. Julianne had set it aside for somebody because we're still waiting for... We've got the teddies, but Helen at Little Bo Keep is getting their collars on as we speak. Helen, aren't we? I know she went away with a whole lot today, so It's all in progress. I actually wrote a few things down tonight because I had so many things in my head that we needed to say. Yes, first off was the donkeys, and thanks to Charlotte Green, we got a lovely Christmas card from you, Charlotte. That's Pride of Place up in the shop. And Kathy Richards, a message or an email from her today down in Kent, down in the south of England. Got her calendar today, and it was just to tell the Dalscone midwives via the Switch feed, thank you for all your support. And if you're on there now, you'll see there's nothing. It's still streaming up in the polytunnel, but there's nothing there to see at the minute. Winston's trying to have another piece of my leg like he did the other night. But the donkeys will be back up there tomorrow night. So thank you for your continued support. So there'll be no wave tonight on the Twitch feed. We like to give the midwives a little wave every night when we're putting the donkeys to bed. Patty Me, thank you again. I think we maybe mentioned the other night we got a beautiful box of sweets delivered from Patty Me. I think she's down in Manchester, and we have been enjoying the fruits of that box over the past couple of days at lunchtime. And I know Julianne in the shop especially enjoyed the Star Bar. Yes, we've mentioned the calendars to Australia and to France and to New Zealand. I did notice a message on the Twitch feed this morning via the Dalscone midwives, and I think there's maybe mentioning talking about the weather down in New Zealand. And somebody, I didn't catch who it was, said that yesterday they had the aircon on all day and you could fry an egg on the pavement. So thanks for letting us know about that while we're shivering over here. I mean, we have been away on holiday many years in January, and we've had the opportunity to go to some beautiful destinations in the Caribbean, and it's nice and warm, but it's still hard to get your head round that it's summertime at Christmas. And I know somebody else in that same stream said that the usual for them was having a barbecue on the beach for Christmas Day. Again, very hard for us here in the Northern Hemisphere to get our head around that one. I would love to experience it. That would be very nice. But look at that little rascal. Yeah, a barbecue on Christmas Day and it middle of summertime. Yeah, I think that's the kind of things I kind of had in my head to cover. So it's been a busy day all in all. Again, thank you for your support. If you've been in the sorry, Eeyore, I'm just trying to stretch this coat back. It's very tight, isn't it? Thank you for support. If you've been in the toy shop over the past few days or last night at our late night shopping, we have got our last one this Thursday as well, so please come join it. It was a wee bit damp last night. The rain came on about 5 o'clock, so we had to move the tables and chairs from round the fire pit under the porch. We've got a porch just outside the toy shop, so everybody was able to sit in there, and it was a thoroughly enjoyable evening. Thank you if you joined us. I hope you enjoyed it too. Again, next Thursday is our last one for this Christmas season, but we've got a Christmas event on tomorrow. Santa will be here, and we're looking forward to seeing you all. I think we kick off tomorrow morning at 9:30. So again, that's why Rio, Eeyore, Pumpkin and Winston are all down here to see you all tomorrow. So bring them a treat or a carrot if you like, and you'll have the opportunity to see them. I don't think Winston and Pumpkin will take a carrot or a treat, but these two will, won't you? Maybe you can hear Jack in the background. He must have got the sniff that they're a wee bit closer. Sorry, I haven't been looking at any comments at all. I don't know who is on tonight. Susan, the signal keeps dropping off. Oh no, sorry. Apologies for that. Brenda says she got hers on the website. Is that the calendar? Peppy says, greetings from Peevesome Bay. Where is that, Peppy? Peevesome Bay, is that how you say that? PJ Parish, hello to you. And Karen says, how was the shopping last night? Yeah, we've covered that. It was great. We love it. It goes from 5 till 8, but it just seems to go in a flash. And it's just got that nice Christmassy feel about it. We've got the fire pit going, as I said, although we couldn't sit around it last night. Who have we got here? Oxfordshire Maz, sorry. I lived in Gibraltar for 2 years, having Christmas dinner in a bikini. Very nice. Does it feel weird? And what does it feel like having winter in the middle of July? Again, it just seems... Tell me, what is on your Christmas cards if you're in the southern hemisphere and it's the middle of summer? Our Christmas cards here are all snow and robins and wintry scenes. Is it the same for yourselves, considering you have Christmas on the beach? Let us know. Helen says, Farmbrook, make sure everyone's behaving themselves around the teddies. Well, they weren't. But there's, yeah, it's that little Winston, little rascal. Elizabeth says, Pumpkin seems to have settled down a wee bit. Yeah, he is quite calm tonight, isn't he? What do you think of this little, what do you call this wee thing on his, this bit of crazy hair here? What would you call that? Is it a cow's lick? Is that still such a thing? Used to be a great thing in my day, even a bit of cow's lick. We don't hear so much of it now. Look at this rockin' cool kind of afro going on here. Right, you. That's enough. Thank you. You're misbehaving tonight. You tune. You just tune your cud. Let's see who else. I'm way behind with the comments again. Carol, good evening to you. How's Penny doing? Penny is doing fine, thanks Victoria for asking. She had another blast of chemo today. She wasn't well at the beginning of the week. She was very ill actually, and we were all a bit worried about her. I know Farmer Ben was and Claire was especially worried about her, but she seemed to have picked up some kind of bug or something had went wrong, but thankfully they figured out it wasn't down to the chemo, so she was able to resume her chemo treatment today. But she was very ill at the beginning of the week, but she's back to her normal now, thankfully, because as I say, we're all quite concerned for her. Carol says, hello from New Mexico. Hello, Carol. I think there's a calendar headed off to New Mexico today. Can't remember the name on it. And James asking, how's Farmer Ben? Yeah, he's still not 100%, but he'll come bouncing back. He hasn't been in today. And Susan says, Merry Christmas from Atlanta, Georgia. That's where Morgan lives. That's where all the merch has landed. Hopefully, I didn't know if you heard me saying at the beginning of the stream, there was one box of the 3 that we had sent had went missing, but Morgan says email saying it will be delivered to her today or by the end of the day. I'm not sure what time it is in Georgia right now. I know there. And again, Belinda asking for Ben and Penny. And DJ Donnelly, or no DJ that is. My eyesight's not what it should be. Morning, evening from Tasmania in Australia. DJ, I'm sure there is a calendar sent off to Tasmania as well. Hopefully it's getting closer to you as we speak. I'm not sure if it's for yourself or not. And Beryl's loving Pumpkin's red coat. He will get plenty of use out of it, won't he? I think he's feeling pretty smart, pretty Smug with himself, isn't he? What else is going on? How is everybody? Sorry, have I not asked that? That's very rude of me. Good evening from Barry in South Wales, says Claire. Good evening. And Emma, good evening to you. And Angela, Merry Christmas from Atlantic Canada. Good evening to you. Has anybody in Canada got their calendars yet? Let us know, please. Carol, my husband is deployed in New Mexico with the Coast Guard, says Kathy. And Tina says, Merry Christmas from California to all family. Thank you. And the same to you. Yeah, can you believe how close we are getting to Christmas? It's Saturday tomorrow, so what have we got? After tomorrow, there's only one more Saturday. And Diane, do the baby donkeys have teeth yet? They certainly do. Yes. Winston gave me a nasty bite in the leg on Wednesday night. They've got front teeth, certainly. And Margaret says it was cow's lick in my day. Yeah. Do you not hear about it now? Never hear anybody saying about it. Teresa, hi from Ireland. Hi, Teresa. It's weather-wise, the forecast for the week ahead, we're heading in to a milder spell, maybe slightly more damp, but they're forecasting it to be 10, 11 degrees, starting from, I think, tomorrow, which is good. Isn't it, Pumpkin? Especially when you're staying in the accommodation that we're staying in at the minute. Our house is getting renovated, so we've had to move out. And we've been in a static caravan for the past, we're heading for 5 months now, I think. But thankfully the work has started. They're getting on well with it, and the team is coming on Tuesday. We're all excited. We've got a lot of the groundwork done. The team is coming on Tuesday to concrete the floor, to put the subfloor down anyhow. Apparently there's 2 floors going down. You put the first base down, and then the insulation goes down, and the heating pipes, the underfloor heating, and then you get the kind of screed floor to finish it off. So the first floor goes down on Tuesday. So we're super excited about that. We've got all the services in now. The water's into it. And we're going to be heating it via our biomass boiler here. We use renewable wood chip to fire a boiler, and that creates all our hot water and heat here at Dalscone for the shop, for the play area, for the cafe, and it will heat our house as well. So we're pretty chuffed about that. So it will be all connected up for when the renovations are finished. So sorry to bore you with that, but it's quite exciting for us. Work is finally getting somewhere. Sue says it's wet and windy here in Cumbria. Well, thankfully it's a nice night. You can see it's dark, cold. I know Trisha's toys and Farmer Alice headed off to I think they're maybe way to get an ice cream. We're going to bring this an ice cream home. So that and they had to run the car to get the windscreen to defrost. And like we were talking about earlier, our friends in New Zealand, Australia won't be having that problem, will they? And Elsie says, hello from Picture Butte in Alberta. Good evening. And Sue says their cat's named Winston. In the Winston Club. And Viv says she's from Kidderminster. Hi. Amy says, Pumpkin really is calm tonight. I seen on the camera this morning when we came out, somebody had said via the Twitch stream they hadn't seen Pumpkin lying that still for that long. And I watched for a few minutes and he was very still. In fact, I got a bit of a fright for a while. I headed up, but the time I got up, he was up and running about. So he's maybe calming in his old age. And Judy says, hello and thank you so much for all you do. You're welcome from Lexington, South Carolina in the USA. So we've got lots of friends, local and here in the UK and from further afield. Elaine says, Farmer Ben's cold still bad. Yes, he doesn't take man flu very well. Stop it. There's no need. Yes, he certainly has got teeth. And Sheila says it's cold and frosty in Elsdon in Angus, up in the north. Hello to Angus, everybody up. Graham Burnett's watching the big in. How are you? Thanks for joining us. Graham's a great friend of ours and does a lot to help us out. He's a independent toy agent and supplies us. He's our in-between for contacts for a lot of our toys for the toy shop. He likes to go to Gleneagles Eagles and eat there. He's very posh, aren't you, Graham? Sue from Australia but live in Florida. Well, you've got the best of both worlds, Sue. Sounds lovely. And lots of folk from Australia. We get lots of comments from Australia. You've all got these cool names. There's a lot of walkabout or wingy this or that. Really cool names in Australia of all the different places. Very Crocodile Dundee. Pumpkin's going to have a wee roll here. And Kimberly says, how is the ER around Pumpkin now? Yeah, I don't think there's any problem. I think they just like to need to keep their space maybe. But yeah, they've been running in together now for over a week and there doesn't seem to be any major problems. Rio sometimes gets a wee bit alpha male-ish, but yeah, they seem to be quite happy. We were keeping a close eye on them, and if there was any problems, we were going to separate them off again, but everything seems to be fine. So, just seeing who else is on tonight. Kathy, I'm in Oregon coast, and it's 48. 48. I take it that's cold. It's 50 something at it freezes at. If am I mistaken? We're in Celsius over here, so it's very hard to. Sue says that's not a knife. Crocodile Dundee. Cindy, hello from Manchester in Missouri. They've got a Manchester in Missouri. Manchester is one of our major cities here in the UK. You probably know. Tanya's watching. Good evening. Linda says they need a welly to chew on. Yeah, we've got those. Look at him standing down here getting a nurse. We've got those horse footballs that our friends kindly sent in, and they don't seem to want to chew them. They'll chew everything else. Michelle, it's warm in Texas, 82 today. Lovely. One of our friends, Nancy, is in the Cayman Islands, and she sent us a cheeky note the other night saying, oh, it's winter here in the Cayman Islands, it's 82 degrees, a bit cooler today. Nancy, we've been to the Cayman Islands, it's beautiful. We could just do a wee bit of that. Nice few days over Christmas would be nice. I hear Hope, Miracle's mum, making a noise. I bet she's jumped out. I can hear Miracle as well. Carol says it would be nice if we could get the mum stuffed animals here in Georgia. Carol, sorry, the postage is a nightmare. It would just the shipping would just be too much. The only way we could do it if we came over for a few days and filled our suitcases. Never say never. And then we could post them when we're over there. Susan says Rio's very pink tonight. Yeah, we still haven't got to the bottom of that. She is, isn't she? Well, there's no red chip in this floor here, so it'll just... And we've got better lights in here. I mean, that's why she's definitely pink around the ears, isn't she?